Hey everybody, it's Becky. Hey, I told you the other day that I thought I would try to do a little review on these artsy brush pens from Tuesday morning that I picked up. And again, just a quick review, there were 3 different packages. This one had violet, or well, purple, magenta, and light blue. And there's the SKU for that one. And these are all $5.99, which makes them $2 a pen, which is a great deal when you consider that they were originally about $5 a pen. This is the lime green, the orange, and the yellow. And there's the SKU on that one. And then this is the brick red, indigo, and green. And there's the SKU for that one. So I have already used some of these pens. These 3 I have not. Now, one thing I did do was I went through and I put labels on all of my pens because some of the colors, the caps you can see are very close in color, and the red and the green particularly. So I went ahead and labeled them all just so, you know, after I throw this packaging away, I'll be able to remember what these colors were. To use them, there are instructions on the back. You want to make sure you follow those very carefully. One thing I did and this is not on the instructions, these tips are really stiff, some of them, when you first get them. I had read somebody else suggested just running them under a little water, and so I did that, or you could dip them in water and then just squeeze that excess water out, and that helps loosen it up to kind of get it started. But basically all you do is unscrew this and take this little yellow ring off, and you can throw that away unless you're a mixed media person who sees this as a little tool that might be able to be used for something, and then you can keep, you know, 1 or 2 or 3, however many you want, or if you figure out some other use. You'll see in here there's a little pokey uppy thing, and that is going to click down into, I don't know, this isn't going to show up very well on camera here, but there's a little spot that it's going to puncture when you screw this back on, and you want to make sure you screw it all the way on. And I did get, just in handling this, I got a little ink on my fingers. So if you're going to be going out somewhere that night, because this is going to take a little time to wear off, I've washed my hands already and it's not coming off readily, so I think it'll take a little time. So you might want to put a pair of latex gloves or something on when you first open these up, because there was just a little bit of transfer, and I hadn't even punctured this yet, and I was already getting some, so I don't know where it was coming from. But then the instructions, you'll say, is to gently squeeze this, and you're going to, you'll see it says push right here, but I find it's easier to push down below that, and it's going to push the ink up into this well up in here. I'm not getting it far enough. Maybe I do need to squeeze up a little higher. And then you're going to want to have a piece of something. I'm going to use some paper towel here just because I think this is best. And then squeeze it again to just get, whoops, and you're going to get a big blob when it first comes out. So do not be working on a project at that point, or you're going to have a big old mess. So that now has gotten that ink up in there. I'm trying to do this watching on camera, and it's hard to get the lid back on. Once you have punctured that thing, you now forevermore have to keep these pens standing upright, because otherwise the ink is going to be dripping out the end. So make sure you have a little cup or something. I just picked this up from the Dollar Tree. This is the big size one. They have 2 sizes, and I found, whoops, sorry, I just bumped the camera, that this works perfectly for storing these in there. So let's go ahead and open these other 2 up, and then I'm going to show you the colors on them. Again, it's just very quick. Take the ring off, puncture it by screwing this back on. I've already pre-wet these tips. And then squeeze up into there, and that looks like it's gotten up in there pretty good. And then just squeeze to get that coming out. Okay. And I'll put in my cup, and we'll do one more here. You can fast forward through this if you've already got this down, but I did want to have a few just in case I messed up when I was taping this. Okay. Squeeze. There, you can see it came up in there. Maybe you saw that. So that one probably isn't going to need too much. There we go. That looks like the brick red, yeah. Okay. So now I did a little test here thing. And let's just kind of color with some of these so you can see. You'll see that it's very, very pigmented. And I'm drawing all over myself trying to do this by looking on camera. Some of these, and these are just starting out, obviously. So I think probably with that brick red you could water it down a little bit. And then here's the magenta. But they're pretty saturated colors. And they just go down really, really easily. And I'll show you a little project I did here in just a minute, but I just want to show you all these colors. This is the green, which is a darker green. And this is the indigo. And it's got a really nice size brush on it. It's thin enough at the top that you can do some detail work, but by kind of doing it on its side, you can get a little bit more color laid down. That's the light blue. Let's see, we're missing the purple. It's a really pretty purple. And a yellow. Now I did also buy these other 3 that are in the white tubes. These are a little bit different. These are supposed to be kind of shimmery. And I did also get the some colored ones. I have not opened these because honestly after trying these out, I think I'm going to take these back and I'll show you why. The gold, and I didn't mark this down. You'll see how much ink I have on my hands here. The gold does lay down a gold color, and it has a little bit of shimmer in it, but not a whole lot. Now these you are supposed to shake, and you can hear there's a little bead in there because they, you know, have the glitter or whatever in the pen. But even after doing that, I still don't see a lot of glimmer. There is a little bit, and it's not there. You can kind of see a little bit, but it's not a lot. Now the silver one, let's go ahead and shake that really good, came out brown. I think it's like, you know, silver tarnishes. I think these might be old and it's just like tarnished or something. I don't know. I cannot get anything other than this brown color to come out. So not real happy with that one. And the clear one, I haven't really figured out. Oops, let me put the cap back on and give that a shake too. It does have a little bit of glimmer in it, but not a heck of a lot. And I'll show this to you on black paper in just a second too with these 3, just so you can kind of. So this is just clear, and I was thinking, you know, it's kind of like Wink of Stella, but I'll show you it compared to Wink of Stella. And again, let me try and hold these up. You can see a little bit of shimmer here. These are still pretty wet, but there's not a lot of shimmer in them. So I mean, if you want this color of gold, it might be worth it, but and if you want a light brown, then you've got that. But if you're getting them for glimmer pens, I'm not sure they're worth it for that, because it just doesn't do a whole lot. Let me show you on black too. I had already done these earlier. This is the clear. And on this side, this is my Wink of Stella pen. You'll see, I mean, just tremendous difference. This is way shimmier. Shimmier? That's a hard word to say. a lot more shimmery. Yeah, there we go. Better English than the clear is. And this was the silver. And it does have just a little bit, but just not a lot. So again, I am not recommending those 3 pens unless you do want these 2 additional colors. And I think I'm going to take these, because these are the same colors. It's green, brick red, indigo, and green. So it's the same colors I have here. It just might add a little bit more shimmer, but I just don't even want to open those up. So that is my review of those. Now, this is a little project I did. I took my new Tim Holtz butterfly stamp that I got the other day at Tuesday morning. There's that skew again. And I just stamped it out a couple of times. And I used these pens to, well, I heat embossed it too. Because if you do the heat embossing, it gives you a resist space that it makes coloring in super, super simple. And if you want to see that, comment below and I'll do a video demoing, you know, how I did all of that. But then I just, you know, very quickly colored in with these pens, and I think it's just beautiful. This I originally colored the light green, and then I did go over it with the gold to try and get a little glimmer. And you can see there is a little bit of glimmer on that area that's kind of greenish gold, but not a lot. So again, I'm not sure that those pens are worth it for the glimmer. So anyway, I think the colors are really pretty. This brick red I have not used before, so it's pretty dark, but you know, you may want a dark color at some point for something. And again, I haven't tried it as like watercolor to, if you lay them down and then immediately try and move them. I have not done that yet, but I just thought I'd show you what you can do by just using them straight out of the pen. You can get some results that look like this. So there's my review on the pens, and hope if you enjoyed it, go get some if you can find them. I only have found the 3 sets that I just showed. If you found any other colors, let me know, and if you have the SKU number, post that and we can all look for those as well. But I suspect these might be the range that we're going to see. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.